Really? That first day?
First day.
Okay.
But I went back out there
Mm-hmm.
about 2 weeks later,
Mm-hmm.
and we got acquainted. And it wasn't just a little while after that till I knew we were going to get married one day, but we had a problem.
What's that?
Well, the Marine Corps is trying to take care of their personnel,
Mm-hmm.
and they didn't want privates and PFCs getting married because they didn't have enough money to take care of the family.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't want. It was against the Marine Corps regulations for me to get married then.
Uh-huh.
But I made more money than the sergeant did.
How'd you do that?
Well, I made the corporal's pay, and then I made another $30 on top of that, and that made me make, I think, $5 more than they did
Wow.
at the end of the month.
Right.
But that wasn't the thing. I wasn't the sergeant,
Mm-hmm.
see. But when I shipped over, I extended really.
Mm-hmm.
I extended 2 years, and the reason I did that was because I thought I'd get out of the service as soon as I could,
Mm-hmm.
but I wanted to get out when my time was up,
Mm-hmm.
not when they got ready to
Get rid of you?
get rid of me. See, so that made it. In my thinking, it made it easier for me to make plans.
Mm-hmm.
So we after I extended, then it was on my record that I was married, and then it wasn't but just maybe a month and a half. I made sergeant.
Oh, okay.
And then I had to leave the gas station because sergeants had to
Oh.
be in charge of other duties,
Mm-hmm.
you know.
Mm-hmm.
So I had the 4th Street gate watch,
Oh.
and that meant around the clock a guard down there.
Oh my goodness.
So
You had to be it or provide it? Or be in charge of it?
I was in charge of it.
Okay.
So, and they had the, well, we had 3 watches, and it took 2 people on each watch, so there'd be 6 of us down there, 7 besides
Yeah.
counting me. And you'd have to fall in at the barracks and march down to the 4th Street gate,
Mm-hmm.
unless it was bad weather and they'd furnish you a truck. So, and I had that duty, I guess, 2 or 3 months, and that was just before we shipped out to go overseas.
So y'all, after you got married, how long was it before you had to go overseas?
13 months,
13 months.
about, you know,
Okay.
in 13 months anyway. So I don't remember what day I left
Mm-hmm.
down there, the Navy Yard, going to Philadelphia.
Right.
But we went up there and built up. There's 3 car loads that was shipped up there, and then we had 19 cars after on the way out.
Wow. Tell what Mother did while I'm going to have to go. Tell what Mother did when you left, where she worked, and then when you came back, and has he talked about all this before?
Not where she worked.
Just
No.
kind of what
I
she
don't
did
think I put anything in there,
about where
about what she did.
Uh-huh.
but at first, when we were married, she was working at the drugstore.
Okay. And didn't she work at the dime store too? The Woolworth or something?
Well, she did, yeah. But being working at the drugstore, but I'd go by there to pick her up and we'd go home. But then I don't know, I guess it was about a month before I got a bicycle, and I rode a bicycle. See, it was about 3 miles over from her house, or from our house, where we were living. Of course, that's next door to hers. But it was about 3 miles across to the Navy Yard. I had to go across the river, and there's a bridge across that. It costs 3 cents every time you go across it. And I could get it wouldn't take me but about 10 or 12 minutes or so to get in the back gate. I felt like when I got in the back gate, I was close enough that I was pretty safe. Only one time did I sleep in till 6 o'clock, and I couldn't get to the base in time to fall out with the troops that morning. And I told the first sergeant what the problem was. I just slept in this morning. And he says, I know. Says, I have hard times not sleeping in sometimes too. So he says, I'm just glad my wife is always awake first thing in the morning. And but that was the time when we first got acquainted, and after, I guess after 3 months, 2 months or 2.5 or 3 months, we were going steady. And that'd be after I came back from Cuba. I went to the hospital and then down to Cuba and back. And after that, we were going steady.
What was it like the first time you met her family?
What?
What was it like the first time you met her family?
Oh, well, she had her sister, her oldest sister, I believe, was married. Had just married before that, before I met her. And then she and her husband, I'm not exactly sure where, we did go over to their house one time, but I wasn't that familiar with Norfolk, and I'm not sure where we were when we went over there, but it was down close to the water. And see, he was a lighthouse, he was in the lighthouse service. And the lighthouse service that he was doing was where they didn't have places at that time to build a building out there, so they just had a ship anchored out there, and he was in that ship. That when you'd go out there for a week, and then you'd be off for a week. So that made it pretty good for them. But he had TB, and
Tuberculosis?
her husband did,
Okay.
and he didn't live but about 2 years, I guess, after, maybe 2 years after Bill was their only boy, that they were, he was here, born. And then, I don't know, maybe he lived a year or two after she had the baby, and then she was left with the baby to take care of, and she was the only one that had gone to above grade school, high school. She had gone to a business college and was able to do a job, but I don't know whether she ever got a job that she could go ahead and do, like regular work like so many people do. Most of us do. And after Jeannie and I got married, she got started trying to get a job in the Navy Yard. And she got a job in the Navy Yard of delivering messages for the Admiral. There was 2 of them that worked the job, and they were always coming in and getting messages to take to the staff, and so that's the kind of job she was doing before, while I was going to the war.
Right.
There's when I had written her letters, and told her when we were coming back, but we were on a ship, and the letters went airmail. So they got there a lot quicker than we did. And I sent sent her a letter and told her that I'd meet her in Texas. And I thought, wasn't thinking properly, because I should have known that it would take a troop train longer to get to Texas than it would the other train, even if it was equal mileage. And I didn't know just what the difference. I was probably having to travel further than she did. So when she got there in the afternoon, the day before I did, see? And when we got there, when when I got there, goodness, she